How long has it been a dream of yours to be able to sit at the piano and just play music that you love? Can you imagine being the life of the party as you entertain your family and friends with the songs that you're playing? Or perhaps you have grander visions of one day performing in a band or on stage. If you give me 20 minutes of your time each day, I will transform you, a total newbie, into a pianist in just 12 weeks. And with that, the possibilities are endless. No matter what song you want to play or what genre it's from, be it pop, rock, classical, worship, country, even jazz. My step-by-step classes and support program and materials makes it possible to learn piano quickly, easily, and best of all, right here in Norwich.
Hi, my name's Matt Emerson, and believe it or not, since the age of 13, I've been performing as a professional musician all around the country. And like you, I went from knowing nothing about music to people paying to hear me perform, and I achieved all of this in under 7 years of studying. Now trust me, I was certainly no child genius, right? So what was it that enabled me to progress so quickly and get so good at all of my instruments? Because by the way, I didn't learn just one instrument in this time, I learned 3. What was the key or the keys to my accelerated learning process? Because I guess that would be the million-dollar question, right? You know, when I look back over my career as a performer and as a teacher, I've had the privilege to work alongside some outstanding musicians. And by speaking to them and getting to know them, it became very clear to me that each of these amazing people used a very similar strategy as I did to learn and master their instrument. And like me, generally, they did it in a shorter time period than most people. Perhaps more importantly, though, they stuck with it and got amazing results. Now, I'm telling you this not to impress you, but rather to impress on you that perhaps there's a way to recreate and model what I and other successful musicians have done. The conventional way of doing things isn't always the best way or the most efficient way or the most fun way. It's certainly not the fastest way of learning piano. You see, I used to teach piano using very conventional methods of techniques. But the feedback that I'd get from my students, even though many of them didn't want to become professional musicians or concert pianists, was that they were eager to get better quicker so that they could just sit and play the music that they loved. So then I started thinking, how can I make my students double the speed at which they master the techniques that I'm showing them? Because I've got to tell you now, hearing all my students playing the same songs over and over again for weeks on end, not much fun for either of us, right? So I really wanted to get them through all the basics and onto playing something fun and interesting much quicker, but without skipping all the important stuff. So I thought, what did I do? What was so different about the way that I learned and practiced the piano that made me progress so much quicker than my current students? And me being me made it into a mission to work this out, and I did. I created a brand new model for the way that piano is taught to adults.
Introducing Accelerated Piano Course for Beginners. This is a beginner's course aimed at adults wanting to learn and master piano quickly and effectively whilst enjoying the experience. Each weekly lesson lasts 1 hour and is delivered to a friendly and supportive class of like-minded adults consisting of never more than 6 students at a time. Now, I assure you that for those of you who had lessons when you were younger and hated it, this will not be like any piano lessons you've had before. In fact, my aim is for it to be the complete opposite. And by the way, if right now you're thinking that group lessons is not for you, I encourage you to carry on watching because, well, I didn't call it the Accelerated Piano Course for no reason. And contrary to what you may be thinking, those other members in the group will actually speed up and enhance your learning experience. You see, I know that as an adult, it can be extremely hard to find the time and mental space to learn a new instrument, which is why I've factored into this course several features which will not only make it simple for you to commit to regular practice or give you the opportunity to interact and benefit from the support of your fellow students, but also ensure that every single technique and piece of information that I give in class will go home with you and will be mastered by the next lesson. Now remember, I used to teach using conventional techniques, and I can tell you that on average only around 30% of what I taught my students would be remembered and applied. and I'm a great teacher. So I've got to ask you, do you really want to spend your time and money having a music lesson from which you only get 30% value? Or enroll in a course where I guarantee closer to 80, if not 100%? And yes, I did just use the G word, and I stand by that guarantee. If you're not happy with how the course is working out for you, you can walk away at any time before your 5th lesson and get a 100% refund. So now, if you're still watching this, you may be wondering, what will I learn on this 12-week program? Well, there are obviously too many things for me to list, but by the end of this course, you will know all of the notes on the piano, understand the fundamentals of music theory, be able to play 2 pieces of music on piano, and be able to read music well enough to go on to play potentially thousands of songs of your choice. And if at the end of this course, you want to carry on learning and take your playing to another level, this is just the first in a series of programs that are designed to take you up to grade 3 piano and beyond.
So get in touch today and find out how you can learn piano the accelerated way.